what I also love, and I thought this was amazing, Nomad contacted me yesterday and said, hey Josh, just so you know, we have contacted some of the larger guilds on the server, the ones not taking part in the Crucible, and said, hey, can we put the hideout down here? And they have given us permission. And I was like, permission? Is there some kind of Albion Online underground mafia? And he was like, yeah. Now, that shouldn't really surprise me, because PvP games, especially games focused entirely on PvP, pretty much do end up with this kind of like secret underground cabal of extra powerful people who all end up running everything. And they're the kind of people, they're the godfathers that you've got to pay homage to. They're the people that you've got to ask permission to. Now, personally, running something like that really does seem like a full-time thing. I don't know, I mean, Eve is the same. I don't know if I have the time or honestly the energy to run some kind of underground mafia in any video game. They offer you protection in exchange for a monthly fee. Are you being serious? I don't know if I ever met someone and asked them what their hobby is, and their hobby was, I extort people in a free-to-play, full-loot PvP MMORPG. I don't know if I'd be able to take them seriously. I think I'd probably ask if they had enough crayons. That to me, it comes, I mean, hey, do whatever you want. Live your best life, do whatever you want. I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum. If that's how you get your kicks, you go for it. And I glue together little plastic men and then paint them. That's fine. 40 million silver a month to have a hideout in their territory. Their territory. God, it's Earth 3. Now, you don't need to kill every enemy, but, you know, I am noticing this axe is way better. They ate the crayons. The crayons didn't pay the protection fee. You know what, guys, if you're having a good time with it, have a good time with it. Josh, what's my favorite Xenos faction in Warhammer 40k? Good question, Inquisitor. I hate all of them equally. Is that because they got upset when you glued together the non-plastic ones? Hey, models used to be made of metal as well. Good morning, Red Sky. Welcome to you. So we're very much wading into the territory that I don't know very well. And some people are going to have full loot PvP mafias going on here. There was a massive war for control of the Outlands in a ring. This war had 35,000 player deaths and cost 160 billion in silver. I could afford that. Yeah, I'd win. Just saying. Name any player in Albion Online. Name them right now. Name who you think the toughest, best, most highly skilled player in Albion Online is. If you're in the chat, if you know, if you have any idea, the guild, the players, name them. Steve? Nah, I'd win. John Albion? Nah, I'd beat him. Nomad Poncho? I'm hiding my true power so he doesn't feel bad. XXX420 Snipe Princess XXX? Okay, they would win. Alright, I know my limits. Jeff? Nah, I'd win, mate. Alright, do you guys want to know what the true victory is? Listen, okay? I've read Sun Tzu's How to War book. It was a good book. And in that book, I followed some of the principles that book taught me. Now consider this. Listen, consider. Don't judge me straight away. No, you didn't. Of course I've read Sun Tzu's How to War. Listen. Yesterday, we went into the dangerous Black Zones. And we bumped into a guild called Fist. And as soon as Fist saw our guild, they overcharged all of their weapons, and they were all using tier 8 equipment. And then, they killed all of us without mercy. But consider this. There is a chance that some of that tier 8 equipment, when it goes back to being unovercharged, will break. And the repair cost of repairing that broken tier 8 equipment will be higher than the loot they got from all of us combined. And that is what I like to call an economic victory. Joke's on them, guys. Alright, that was the art of the deal right there. We slowly depleted the enemy's resources by having them kill us so often. The repair costs on their own equipment became higher than the amount of money they were getting from us. That is how you win. Any more tactical questions. I'm playing complicated games, you know, Catan. They're playing chess, all right? While I'm playing Uno. And while they keep playing chess, the Uno pieces are being stacked against them. And soon I'll have 3 in a row. And that is backgammon. I'm just a tactical genius, all right? They're playing chess. I'm playing 3D checkers. That's what I'm doing. You know why? Because it's simpler. Uno reverse, that's a very dangerous spell. You shouldn't do that. Napoleon would never. That's the point. Napoleon, what did he ever do? Napoleon did nothing. What did Napoleon ever do? He was a pig. He was a pig in a book that wasn't very good. That's who he was. And then I think he invented some ice cream. That was about it. But you're playing Albion Online, Josh. Am I? Or am I playing 6D drafts? When are you playing Baldur's Gate 2? I've watched your Baldur's Gate 1 video at least 6 times now. You've got to watch it 8. I'm sorry, I'm counting. I've got a little tracker set up. Why are you not playing Leagues? Late. There's a couple of reasons. 1, the Oracle foretold it. And 2, Albion Online paid me. And I'm going to be honest with you, that heavily affected the choice. It really did. I got an ad as soon as you read my question. Well, you're going to have to go back and watch the entire VOD. Sorry. I don't make the rules. What was the question? AmmoHayes, what was the question? Oh, the question was, when are you playing Baldur's Gate 2? Gotcha. Okay, you know what would be really fun is if I play an ad right now as soon as you've asked it. I actually can't run one. Oh, what? That would have been quite funny. I would have manually run one. No, when am I doing Baldur's Gate 2 instead of Baldur's Gate 1? You said you've watched my Baldur's Gate 1 video about 6 times. You've got to watch it 8 times. I'm counting. If you don't watch it 8, I don't think you actually really care. You're not like a real fan. I mean, yeah, I found it ridiculously persuasive when they went, hey, we can get you into the Crucible. So the problem is that I want to show you guys like really exciting, really cool content and do like loads of PvP stuff, but like our guild just isn't a PvP guild. I realized that when we kept losing at PvP. And I realized that when people kept messaging me saying, hey Josh, I'd love to join in with Albion Online, but I don't want to just do a load of PvP stuff and die and lose all my equipment and have to do it again every time. And I thought, you know what? Even though we have 300 people, even if we were to get 300 people on at the same time, I don't think we would have an effective 300-person PvP guild because 100 people who know what they're doing are able to beat 300 people who don't. Yeah, the problem is that I think this guild is just a bit too employed. And that obviously is... I say that with a huge amount of disrespect to all the other guilds. That's what it is. We're too employed, in brackets, in a disrespectful manner. Thank you to whoever gifted the sub. I appreciate it if that's what the helmet means. It is. It's an iron medium helm from RuneScape. Now, zone cap is 350. It'd be 300 versus 50. We'd still lose. Because I believe in us. Yeah, that's... The problem is that this... We're too grown up for this game, which is what you say when you lose. Like, if we were winning, we'd say that we're amazing. But what I'm doing right now is I'm justifying a loss. We're above winning. We've transcended winning. I'm pretty sure Ziz's guild will be very sweaty in the Crucible. Well, Ziz won last year and is currently winning this year and has roughly triple the points that our guild has already. I did speak to Ziz. Ziz is a good friend of mine. And we did speak, and basically he said that he is planning to go for like 12 to 15 hour days of streaming every day, just doing the most content that he possibly can. And you know what? Fair play to him if that's what he wants to do. He can run his stream however the hell he wants to. I, however, will be doing solo dungeons. Because a lot of my audience... I basically realized yesterday, most of my audience is a PvE audience. You guys like player versus environment. And I like player versus environment too. You know, big fan of PvE.